All right, so somebody asked in Genesis chapter 4, it talks about the beginning of technology and civilization being started by Cain's descendants. Can you speak about this? What are the pitfalls of technology to a Christian? Well, yes. So, unfortunately, because we are sinful, we have the proclivity to sin from Adam, which is called concupiscence. And because of that, and until man conquers his own sinfulness, every object that he invents is just going to be another way to sin. That's what it will eventually be used for that. Okay. Sometimes indirectly, a lot of times directly. So the more technology we have, the more men are going to think of ways to sin with it. That's the problem. Okay. Now they think that the technology is going to improve mankind. But in reality, that improvement only goes so far. Also, men think that the more technology they have, the less they need God. Okay, it's just like a rich man. The richer he is, the less he needs God. Okay. So the more technology they have, the less they need God, the more sophisticated they think they are, the more they think they can answer all the problems. And God sort of, left out of the picture. Okay. So that's the danger of technology. And we find this back in Genesis 4 with the little technology that they had, or the few examples that are given to us in Genesis 4. And we can extrapolate on that and say, yeah, there was a lot more going on there than the few examples that they give. And look what that did to them. In the 2 chapters following, we have the land so sinful that God has to destroy the whole earth. Okay. So it just tells you how sinful men really are. I mean, look at Noah. The only reason God saved Noah and didn't destroy everybody is because in his day, he was the only righteous man who followed God. But yet, when we come out of the ark, a year later, he comes out of the ark. What's the first thing he does? He gets drunk. And maybe somebody could say, hey, what would you do if you had to spend a year with these stinking animals in an ark, with your ship bobbing up and down, and you don't know one day to the next, well, maybe you're right. Okay. I might have had a few to settle my soul, but getting drunk, well, that's a sin. And then look what that sin led to. His son, was it Ham? Ham's son, Canaan, comes in and probably sodomizes Noah. So look at that sin. I mean, this is just right after they come out of the ark, for Pete's sake. And a few weeks, months, okay. I mean, maybe that's the time we're dealing with, but I mean, it's just really sad. And that's the condition we are today. We camouflage it a lot, with big houses and big cars and, nice clothes, and, we have degrees after our name, and, we're stars in Hollywood, and, doctor, lawyer, we camouflage it, okay, by taking on these professional images, but underneath, just scratching below the surface of all the hoity-toity yeah, there's some real sin going on. Okay. So, has the technology then helped us? It's helped us to sin faster. Okay. And then for those who are good, yeah, the technology can be used for good. And that's the problem, is that whatever something can be used for good, it can be used for evil too. Okay. And just look at the pornography that's over this thing called the internet. My goodness. What I think I heard that 80% of the downloads from the internet are for pornography. 80%? My goodness gracious. Okay, so there you go. I hope I answered your question.